This news update is brought to you by This is the 6 p.m. Barbados Today update for Thursday, September 18th, 2014. I'm Dawn Paris. Good evening. We begin with news that hoteliers may have to wait a bit longer to receive promised concessions. Last week, Finance Minister Chris Sinclair assured industry officials that he would put things in place for them to get the tax breaks from this week. But President of the Barbados Hotel and Tourism Association, Sunil Chaturani, tells Barbados Today his members are still waiting. He says the BHTA and government are still working to get the Tourism Development Act right. But he believes the concessions, which are similar to those granted to Sandals resorts, could be delivered next week. Labour officials are calling on workers to follow proper procedure when dealing with employment issues. Trade and Industrial Relations Advisor Ed Bushell says too many people are taking matters directly to the Employment Rights Tribunal instead of filing them with the Chief Labour Officer, and he says the situation is causing a backlog.
There are matters, and it was just alluded to, there are matters that are not going straight to the tribunal without going through the necessary channels. Perhaps that's where they got the big backlog that they have already. So one of the things that we have to do is make the employees understand that there's still the Employment Rights Act does not take away the rights or responsibility of the trade union or the employers, and that their first report should not be going to a lawyer.
With film being identified as the next big thing to move the island's economy forward, the Barbados Film and Video Association President Lynette Eastman wants to see elements of it taught in schools. She made the call as the association launched the Barbados Visual Media Festival.
We think that if we can get our students interested in areas other than the traditional areas, that it would make them more competitive. The truth is that producing films at the secondary school level is something that is done in a number of countries around the world. And what happens then to our people is that if we don't start this at the secondary school level as well, it will mean then that you have students abroad that really are way ahead of ours. And as you know, in the world out there, it's competitive.
And now to this weather bulletin. Met officials say the country will continue to experience heavy rains and occasional thunder activity for the next few hours. The island is currently being affected by a passing tropical wave, which began dumping rains yesterday. Meteorologist Sonia Nurse says the weather conditions will continue into tomorrow.
A lot of the activity is still to the south of us, but it seems it will continue to skirt to the south of the island. We may still get one or two showers during the night, but maybe not with the kind of intensity that we would have had today. Still the possibility, you know, that you may get one or two showers breaking in there and continuing to affect us.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Hi, I'm Red Plastic Bag. Anyone who knows me knows I don't like cold. Sunshine reigns in my country. I love it.
Catch the sun power.
In sports, the management of the West Indies team will be keeping an eye on their opponent's treatment of the cricket ball when the regional side tours South Africa in December. Several South African cricketers were recently caught and punished for ball tampering, and now Cricket South Africa, that's the sports ruling body in the country, is looking to clamp down on such behavior. Addressing the board during its recent annual general meeting, CSA board member Vusu Pikoli expressed deep concern over allegations of ball tampering by South African national players and said, quote, "Such behavior cannot be tolerated," end quote. Vernon Philander and Faf du Plessis have been fined by the International Cricket Council in recent times after having allegedly altered the condition of the ball in an unfair manner. The Windies are down to play 3 tests, 5 one-day internationals and 3 2020 internationals. To our regional neighbors now, health officials in the Bahamas have strongly denied claims of Ebola in the country. This after reports surfaced on social media that there was a confirmed case of the deadly virus in Nassau.
I would like to make it completely clear that this posting is completely untrue. However, hospital officials did indicate that late Sunday night, the U.S. Embassy in the Bahamas responded to a call to rescue a very ill person on a freighter passing through Bahamian waters. The patient was a 34-year-old white male from the Ukraine, working on the freighter, which was en route to New Orleans from the Congo, West Africa. The patient was later transported to Nassau and taken to Doctors Hospital emergency room. He was placed in a single room in isolation.
Further afield, British authorities are looking into a just-released video showing a British man believed to be a hostage of ISIS. The man who says he's a prisoner identified himself as a British journalist, John Cantley, who says his life is hanging in the balance. And that's where we end our 6 p.m. Barbados Today update. We'll be back again at 7 tomorrow morning. Until then, remember you can log on to www.barbadostoday.bb, subscribe to our e-paper and our email updates, and like us on Facebook to get more news and sports. You can also catch us on Izumi Media, in bus terminals, or on Screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. I'm Dawn Paris. Have a great evening.